job with the ice and the crew that you have here at the Miramichi Club. Tony is an avid curler, over 40 years curling, and a former fireman, and now a city councilor.
Yes.
So you've got your plate quite full, so it's great that Tony could join us in the booth today to help bring you this broadcast. And I have to give a little shout out to our friends in Ontario. Georgina, Amber's daughter, hopefully is watching the broadcast to see how Mummy's making out, and Amber is the lead for the Oshawa team. And also in Ottawa, I think we have some grandparents that are tuned in. Norm and Betty, I hope you're watching and cheering your grandchildren along here.
Yeah.
And that's a great thing with able to webcast events like this is this goes all over the world. So it doesn't matter if we have some more fortunate people that might be in warmer climates watching. And just to let you know, it is winter in the Miramichi, as we do have a fair amount of snow. Have you used your snowblower a few times, Tony, already?
Yes, I have used it at least 4 times.
4 times.
And it's still fall, by the way.
It's still fall. Technically, it's still fall.
That's right.
The only thing fall is snow right now.
Yes.
It's fallen a lot.
And they're calling for 10 to 15 more today. Just
and
to
you know
keep
what that
everyone
means?
happy.
10 to 15 all of a sudden becomes 25.
Yes.
If this gig doesn't work out, Tony, we can always be weathermen.
Yeah. Because we're guessing at that too.
We're guessing at that too. This team for Ontario has been together as a group for 6 years. The back end has been together for 10, and the front end, Amber was saying that they've been close together for 10 years too. So it's a great relationship that these girls have built, and they just qualified this October for this event. They beat the Team Shields out of York in Ontario. So it's been a whirlwind to get here. A lot of the other teams with the club format and the provincial play had qualified the end of last year to come this year.
Is that the way they do this for the travelers that qualified last year to go this year?
Yeah,
okay.
Most of them, but like each province can be a little different. And,
okay.
But some of them qualified the end of last year. Just for travel purposes and everything. Some people just get, I'm going to the Miramichi for a week. Really? Yeah. Who's looking after Georgina? Because my parents are going to be coming to the Miramichi with me. That's what Amber said. I said, well, Garnet, our husband, has support. Well, no, not really. I said, why? Well, my parents are with us.
Oh.
And I said, well, where's your grandparents? They're in Ottawa.
Oh.
So Garrett, the kids might be getting tired of eating pizza every night, so you might want to change it up.
Yeah, before Mom gets home.
Yeah, before Mom gets home. Because Georgina will rat you out. Georgina, is what's your father feeding you? Because they have a son, Garrett, too, but he's only 11 months, so.
Oh.
He's happy with whatever.
Yes, it doesn't matter with the younger one. So.
Yeah. But, yeah, Georgina will tell.
So, these people that you've been talking about out of Ontario, do you know?
Yeah, I met them 10 minutes ago.
Oh, did you?
No.
So you know them a lot better than I do.
Yeah. No, I met them before they went on the ice.
Okay, yeah, we did that yesterday with Pat and I going around talking to the teams, but today I never had time, but you did your job, your homework, so that's great.
Yeah. So here we are. Ontario's in the house, and Ontario has the hammer, too, and this was like our first game today where the Manitoba men who had the hammer, didn't have the hammer, but they were putting rocks in play. And there's a miss by New Brunswick.
That's their second miss, and they're missing big time there.
Yeah.
Like they're not reading the ice when they were practicing. Right now they're having a little trouble. Oh, you gotta flick that. There we go. We forget to do that, and that's for them downstairs too, eh? So.
Yeah.
Anyway, I see the New Brunswick men's are playing right beside the New Brunswick women's, and they're out of Gagetown, I believe, or Ormocto.
The gauge.
The gauge, yeah.
And we'll keep you up to date on what's going on in all the sheets here. We have men's play on sheet 1. Northern Ontario, BC. As Tony said, Newfoundland and New Brunswick are on the other side of the ladies' game. And then in women's play, too, we have Prince Edward Island taking on Newfoundland, the Atlantic Canada battle. And then in men's, Northwest Territories, Ontario. And in women's play is Yukon taking on Nova Scotia. And we'll get you up to date as the games go on the standings and how these teams have ventured to this juncture. Yesterday we had 2 draws. We had the ladies draw in the afternoon at 3 and the men's draw was at 7:30. And so today is our first full day of curling where we're going to have 4 draws. We have one already at 9 o'clock this morning. Here's the one at 12:30. Then we'll have at 4 o'clock. And then the final one of the day will be 7:30 this evening here at the Miramichi Curling Club in beautiful Miramichi, New Brunswick, next to the mighty Miramichi River.
It certainly is. And also on sheet A is BC's first game, the men,
yes,
on the men's side too. So after 4 draws, and they're just getting into it now, so they're going to have they'll be having a full schedule.
Yeah, they'll have 2 games today.
They'll have 2 games every day, actually, probably by the sound of it now. So there's they're sitting 1 and 2, Ontario, and this is I don't know what's going on with the rocks, or they're missing not reading the ice right, but that's another miss. And that's not off to a good start. It's team New Brunswick, girls out of Curl Moncton.
Beautiful facility that they have down there in Moncton.
Our technical expert is
Brian Fisher's here.
Yeah, tuning us up.
Okay, we all right? We get a little excited there.
Yeah.
the volume levels.
And I don't believe Brian's not that busy anyway. He just
Oh,
doesn't
no.
look at it. So.
No, he's only got about 6 cameras on the go. 6 cameras, 2 monitors,
Yes,
piece of cake.
Just a joke.
But that's the wonderful thing by having the webcast and be able to bring this to you. And the cool thing is, after this event is over with, we can give a complete readout on where, how many hits we received, what devices was watched on, and where it was watched from.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
This is reaching out, like you say, all over the world if you tune in.
Yeah, it is. Because we did the World U17 hockey there a few weeks ago. We were in St. John, New Brunswick.
Yes.
U17. We had over 25,000. Excuse me. It was over 100,000 out of Russia alone.
Holy, that's a big audience.
Yeah.
That's a big audience.
And when I did the CCAA, the Canadian Collegiate Basketball Women's Championships, were in Sackville, New Brunswick last year. And we were fortunate enough to broadcast that, and we had folks from Paris, because there was exchange students over from Sackville over in Paris going to school. There was a father in the Middle East working, so he was tuning into the broadcast, and they would send us some Twitter info and stuff, cheering on, hey, go Mount A, all the best girls, give a shout out to whosoever, and that's the cool thing with this type of event and broadcast is you can be watching it on your iPhone, your iPad, your computer. The real keen ones will have it hooked up to their TV.
So the Brunswick skip Nick Rohr is trying to draw in here to the pocket of those. To cut her back, cut her down.
Yeah, because currently, right now, Ontario is sitting 3, and you're sort of letting Ontario off the hook in the regard where it's Ontario's first game, and you wanted to be the one putting pressure on them first. But the good thing, like I said with Ontario, is they've been into the playoff mode like just to get here, like they had a big battle.
Yes, and you say they just qualified in October.
Yeah. Yeah, they hit, but they spin to the open part of the ice, so it's an easy pick.
Hit for 4.
That is their last shot here.
Yes,
Wow.
It will be a hit for 4, and it's going to be tough to come back when you're down 4-zip. Of course, as we all know, curling is very finicky. Now the skip for Oshawa, Stacey Hogan, Ontario, I should say, out of the Oshawa Curling Club. Stacey Hogan will attempt to hit and stick for first end of, we'll give her 4.
You're on it right away. Want to keep that line.
Looks pretty good. It's a nose hit.
Yeah, right on the money.
Right on the money.
And that is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
The bilingual announcer. We have a 4-0 lead, Ontario over the ladies of New Brunswick. Once again on the Miramichi, like Keith has been saying, the Travelers Canadian. This is the 10th year for the Travelers Canadian Championship, and there's 14 teams from Canada's curling member associations, 10 provinces, 3 territories, and Northern Ontario, represented by both men's and women's here on the Miramichi. That's 28 teams in total, so that's a big crowd for walking into our population of about 17,500 here on the Miramichi.
Well, and not only that, like we said, there's parents are here, husbands, wives, families. We have our minor officials, timers, head officials that are down on ice level. And of course, the Curl Canada representatives are here. And so all of a sudden, you get 28 teams with coaches.
Yes,
right?
That's right too. And fifths.
And fifths, so you could have as many as minimums, as maximum as 6 on a team coming. And all of a sudden, you're quickly at over 200 people coming to the area for 7 days. So it's a great little influx of business.
Oh yes, yeah.
During this time of year.
Yeah, the spin-off, you won't see the spin-off till probably a week or so, and then a couple of weeks. It usually takes a little while to figure out how many's in, and they sign in. You go around and do the city or the curling club do their due diligence and find out how much of a spin-off they did bring to the Miramichi.
Yep. The economic impact that you city councillors like to...
Oh, we love that area. As you know, we host the biggest Eastern bass tournament fishery that took off for us, and that is a win-win situation when you have 500 participants here in the river.
I heard the major sponsor of that is the Salmon Federation. Get those bass out of the friggin' river.
Well, they do have a little qualm about that, about the bass being here. But.
And for you non-fisher folks, obviously the Miramichi is famous for its salmon fishing and the salmon, the guides and that whole business. And obviously over the last number of years there's been a challenge getting the numbers where they wanted to be, so everything's now been a catch and release. And one of the factors they were sort of discussing that could affect the salmon population, correct me if I'm wrong here, Tony, but was the bass population. So then I had just said jokingly to, I don't know, it was Eddie or Don that was in the booth the other night. And I said, well, geez, you should have a bass and he goes, matter of fact, we do. And I said, is that sponsored by the Salmon Federation? Well, he said, geez, I never thought of that, but the gosh, well, you want to get rid of the bass, I'm thinking.
No, it's not sponsored by them. But their guides are actually there. They're using it to their advantage now. But and they've let the First Nations group start a bass industry there. So yeah, which is great also for the river, because there's over 800, 700,000 bass in the river. Yeah. So someone has to take them on and they up the count on them. But everything I think will work out. If you talk to older people, they say that's just part of nature. But.
Yeah. But anyway, that was just a humor side.
Yeah, oh, yes,
when I
the
said
humor
that to him, he looked at me. He goes, "Gee, I don't think so."
I don't think so.
I
That's
don't
right,
think
but,
so. But
there'll be a lot of people disagree with you.
Yeah.
It's surprised no one listening to the streaming that they come down and be real mean to you. Because it is, on certain people, it is a touchy subject.
Yeah.
And we'll leave it at that and let the powers to be handle that part of it.
Let them
Right
handle it.
now, Miramichi's enjoying reaping the benefits of it.
Yeah.
Once again, New Brunswick's in trouble again. I don't know. We're trying to be positive here, and Ontario's sitting 3 in the house now. So,
And just from a playoff format, we'll let you know, is we have 4 draws today, 4 draws on Wednesday, and 4 draws on Thursday. And then Friday is playoff time for the tiebreakers, and the women's quarters and semis will take place 1:30 and 6:30. That's Atlantic time on Friday. And then on Saturday morning will be 9 o'clock will be the bronze and gold medal games. And just to keep you up to date for the Ontario folk first, as you are out of the way, when does this Ontario team play next? Well, that's a very good point. And they'll be playing later today, actually tonight, and they'll be on sheet 4 at 7:30, and they play the Yukon. And New Brunswick will play also at 7:30, and they'll be on sheet 6, and they'll play Prince Edward Island. So a battle of the maritime provinces. So that's 7:30 tonight. Your Ontario folks tuning in is the Yukon, and for you New Brunswick fans and Moncton fans, PEI.
And the Ontario rink right now is also on sheet E, I believe, and they're playing against the Northern Territories right now. So on the men's side,
and Northwest Territories up 1-0.
Once again, a shout out to our sponsors here at the.
Nice shot there.
Beautiful shot. And Sobeys is a big sponsor, along with Kent's and the Jedi's people. Thank you very much. Pizza Delight, Province of New Brunswick, City of Miramichi, and of course Tim Hortons is front and center with the cups, along with other sponsorships all over the ice. It's great. This couldn't operate without the sponsorship of a lot of companies and individuals, Keith.
Like Towns Auto, for example. There.
Yes. Hal Summers is a great ambassador of the city and supports a lot of events throughout the Miramichi.
And it goes. These girls are from Moncton. Moncton Region has done a tremendous job in regards to sports tourism. Outstanding facilities. We did the Monctonian Hockey Challenge there last week. 56 teams, AAA, Bantam, and Midget. Mm-hmm. And in the fourplex there, the Superior Propane fourplex, and right next to it is the soccer fields and the ball fields, and just a great setup for sports and for athletes and parents that come and watch supporters their events. And they've done a really good job with their infrastructure there. And I know just across the river over in Chatham, the boys have done an awesome job year after year with the baseball.
Yes, the baseball. Chatham will Chatham Ironman. Remember,
Yep.
Chatham Ironman will be hosting the Canadian once again
Yep.
over there. This in the summer of 2019. I believe it's around August. So that's another big plus for the city of Miramichi.
Yeah, let's see here. Got a big hit here. Yeah, nice shot, taking out that New Brunswick stone. And the reason for it is the support of the community. And Baseball Canada, for example, go like, we want you guys to host.
They do, because
like
of the
you
crowds.
fill the place, and the athletes love the atmosphere and the region, and it's great. But it's great to have that organizing committee willing to do it year after year, because it is a big responsibility.
Yes, it is, and you know, and Miramichi do know their baseball, along with a lot of the other sports, and we've had some great teams come out of the Miramichi.
Nice shot.
Beautiful shot.
Oh, it just takes it.
And we have a clean house
Yeah.
now.
And that's good because,
That's
like,
good.
just a few rocks ago, it was three Ontario Stones were sitting in there. New Brunswick said, "Uh-oh," and boy, New Brunswick has come back with some quality shots in this second end. And with the hammer, if you can't get your two, then your next thing you want to try to blank it.
You have to blank it.
Yeah.
You have no choice, but unless you're forced. But it's good to blank. So, Nick, this Ontario's Stacey Hogan throwing the skip rocks with an open house. Try to or just make it to the rings. Force New Brunswick for a hit. We'll have to see if we can get a time, Keith, on the splitting of the rocks from hog to hog. I'll pick up the next one.
That's a good shot for her to feel her draw weight too.
Yes, it's a
Right, so you're going to open house.
line.
Let's see. Oh, that's a little heavy. Okay, make that adjustment for next time. And since New Brunswick has 2 shots left, he goes, well, let's just...
Going to try and blank, I believe, yes.
Well, she might obviously try to take this one out, stay, and if Ontario misses, then she can draw in for her 2.
Yes, she
Or she
No,
wants to
it-
hit and roll out. What do you think, buddy?
I'm going to say she wants to roll out.
Okay.
She wants to leave it blank.
Well, then I'm doing my pro line thing.
Okay.
I'm going to say she wants to hit and stay.
Okay. We're going to take a look here and see what kind of weight
Of course, she could miss the shot, and
Oh, yeah.
right.
Put us
Maybe the
both
shot
in.
she's calling for is to hit and stay, and she rolls out, and you go, "Oh yeah, see."
Yeah.
Okay, we'll find out
That's
here.
one we didn't call.
Okay,
let's
so
not take my choice.
Tony's calling a hit and roll out. I'm calling. She wants a hit and stay because she's got an extra rock. And,
Yeah, but that's
well,
she just wants. But look at that speed.
it's a good hit and stay. Yep. See how the
Oh, this is
Oh,
curling.
it's curling in.
Big time.
yeah. She should be
And
lucky.
she-
It's going to hit and roll out. Good call, Tony.
It only made sense, Keith. Now Ontario will draw to the.
I'm not doing my deal here.
So
you got to remind me that I'm doing double duty here. I have to switch the monitor
I
up top
know. That's why
for
you
the
get
folks
big bucks.
downstairs.
That's why you get the big bucks
Well,
for pushing that button.
Well, you got to tell me to push the big button.
I can't be doing that. I can't look over your shoulder all the time. Someone has to watch the ice.
Where's the love?
Where's the love?
Could you just give me a nudge?
Yeah.
Say nudge. Then
Nudge.
I'll know. Nudge.
I'll just say nudge.
Okay. Now she can she has another chance to work on her draw weight here.
Yes, she does.
Let's see if
The
she
first
made
one
that
was a little
adjustment.
heavy. She went behind the tee
Yeah.
line. Now she's made a bit of an adjustment. She should hit the full 8 foot here. The girls have swept it quite a bit into the 8 foot. Little bite of the 4.
Okay, that's better. Still a
Much
little.
better. Now New Brunswick's throwing a different. She's going to throw the out turn at this. Hopefully we'll blank.
Yeah.
A lot of the colors, if you look out on the ice, a lot of the
Yeah.
colors of the sweaters and everything,
I love it.
they're almost the same, eh? Some of them,
Yeah.
of the colors of each province. Yes, a great name there on sheet A. Yodagawa.
That's good.
That's very good, Bradford. Out of British Columbia.
Tony's looking at sheet A here. Here's the last shot of the second end for New Brunswick.
And a hit and stick, which was a mistake on Nook Roy's call, just to a little bit too much, or not enough ice, I guess. It doesn't matter. She's stuck, hit for one. The hammer now goes back to Ontario.
So quickly around the rink, we have ladies play. Nova Scotia's up 2-0 over Yukon. PEI is up 2-0 over Newfoundland. And in men's play we have an updated score. Let's see. It's now 2-1 Ontario men over Northwest Territories. And Newfoundland's up 2-0 over New Brunswick. But there's a lot of rocks in play in the second end here. So that's only after the first end. And New Brunswick has the hammer. So we'll see what transpires. Is currently New Brunswick looks like there's sitting 1, possibly 2. And we're down to this last shot each for the skips. And there's entertainment going on the BC.
On sheet A, it looks like Northern Ontario's line 2, the overhead camera showing on line 2 in the back of the 4 foot. So
in scores from yesterday, ladies play. Alberta defeated Quebec 6-3. Manitoba defeated New Brunswick 9-7. Northwest Territories defeated Nunavik 5-3. Newfoundland in a tight one over Nova Scotia 4-3. BC defeated Northern Ontario 9-7. And the Yukon defeated PEI 6-5. So a lot of close games in the first draw for the ladies yesterday afternoon at 3 o'clock. And in ladies play this morning at 9, Alberta defeated Saskatchewan 5-3. Northwest Territories defeated BC 9-7. And Nunavik lost to Northern Ontario 12-0. And that's in our women's divisions. This up-to-date score summary has been brought to you by Pizza Delight, proud supporter of the Travelers 2018 Championships.
Yes, they are. David Hale and company. David does very well here in the Miramichi. He also has another Pizza Delight in Moncton, in Riverview, actually.
Tried to support him last night, but by the time I got out of here, they were closed.
Oh, were they? Yes.
That's how my day was, Tony.
Oh, you had a long day.
Long day.
Okay, you have a couple of long days.
I've got 5 long days.
Yes.
Long day, long time.
But once again, that's why you get the big bucks.
Oh, huge. Huge dollars.
Yeah, retirement.
Retirement dollars.
Yes, sir, look at this. All New Brunswick sweepers are onto it. They got to get a piece, a good foot of the 8. They could have a possible, maybe 3 here. They got 2 for sure. New Brunswick come back.
Tony's talking about the third sheet that you're not seeing, folks. So it's just next door to us. So we'll see what.
Just keeping you up to date.
He's good that way.
Yeah, and because we're waiting here on the on Ontario, or Gooden now throwing for New Brunswick. And we do. And just playing the takeout, yes, and she was just a little inside on her broom and just missed it by a little bit. But back to the drawing board.
Well, we've had some great support as I think teams, these two teams are aware, and their supporters are, of the Curling Canada Foundation for the Love of Curling. And what is going on here is, if you go to the website, the Curl Canada Travelers 2018 website, And at the top of the page will be teams, and you click on teams, then drops down men's and women's, and you click on women's, and that shows all the women's teams that are competing here this week. And underneath each team is support your team. And if you click on support your team, it goes to a fundraising page, which is fundraising for youth. That for the programs that Curl Canada puts on across the country for youth within our schools, and the Fire and Rings program.
Fire and Rings?
No, it's a Fire and Rings. I'm gonna have to. I'm thinking
of
the
the
Olympics.
Younger one, you mean?
Yeah, the younger ones.
Yes, you mentioned that this morning. Yeah, you could be right on that.
And anyway, but it's all for the youth. So what has gone on is the teams have set goals, and you can make a donation, and those donations go straight into the Curling Foundation youth program to promote curling into the school systems and for our youth. So it's a great program, and I think what the girls Curl Canada has done is for every $400, once you reach the minimum is $400, the team name goes in for some really cool prizes. And if you can get $1,000 raised, then you in another echelon for some really great prizes too, and that's for the curlers. So, but all the money that is donated goes directly into the youth programs. So, check it out. Some of teams have done outstanding fundraising, and I know Ontario has stepped up, as well as New Brunswick. Some of the other provinces got to get a little push, a little goa. So
Yes.
we're promoting that this week. But check it out. If you make a donation, it'll show up how much you've donated, and it's for a great cause. Because with curling, what a great event! And actually, on the New Brunswick squad, there was some of the girls who was in that program 10 years ago,
Really?
and now they're
Reap
curling
the benefits of it.
curling in a national championship. How cool is that?
That's
a great
awesome.
story.
That is a great story. And New Brunswick just threw down and drew into the back of the 4-foot. And now Ontario will attempt to remove that. Right now, New Brunswick is struggling with their weight. She opted to open up, peel the front guard off. So this is New Brunswick's first rock for the third Courtney Berry.
Yeah, Anouk Roy, 10 years ago, was in the Moncton program. To learn to curl.
Isn't that wonder? That is quite a story. And now she's skipping her team. So that shows you the money that's being raised, that it does go towards curling for the people that are learning to curl, and all the programs that are out there is available for a lot of younger curlers.
Yeah, she said she credits the beginning of her curling career for shaping her ability to make it to the national championship. Anyone who wants to curl needs to start with a Learn to Curl program. Don't just throw rocks. Find a program and learn about the game. 10 years after she joined the beginner program and after the opening draw at the championship, she rejoiced at the opportunity ahead of her and her team this week. I've always played sports, and being able to have a national championship for this level of curling is so important. So that's just a nice testimonial on what can happen by getting, and it's a great sport, great sportsmanship. it tells the kids at an early age how to handle success, how to handle failure, how to work as a team. And all those skills that you learn in curling helps out later in life in your business employment opportunities where you could be working with others and common goals and stuff, and how that is all handled. Setting goals for yourself, because let's be honest, in this day and age, as companies are setting goals and standards, and you got to work to live up to them.
Yes, and you do, and you're always putting yourself under pressure by doing that, but it still brings you to the forefront of what you're trying to accomplish in your life.
And I said when I coached at the university level, and you hear that, and you brought that word up, pressure. To me, pressure is opportunity. If you feel that pressure, that means it means something. So that's an opportunity. So take that negative, make it into a positive, because when you think pressure, you think, right?
Yes,
Heart rate
true.
goes up and everything gets a little tighter. No pressure. And I go, that's great. That's what we practice for. That's what we want. We want it to mean something. So that means it's an opportunity.
Well,
like that one, Tony? Like
that's
that?
not bad. It's not your first time saying it either, is it? And now Ontario, they're going to try and remove this and possibly count 3. Well, 2 for sure if she peels. So she looks like she's trying to peel it. Throwing the out turn at it. And once again, New Brunswick is behind the 8 ball here. Ontario is counting 1 on the back of the 4-foot. It looked as might just be a nose hit. Nope. Great shot by Ontario, and now Ontario.
They're sitting 3 there.
They're sitting 3. New Brunswick is in a tough situation once again.
I switched the monitor, Tony. Okay, just want to let you know I did do that. You didn't elbow me or anything.
I said the word nudge. Now he's trying to hang me with the board. Anyway,
be down in the town square at 3 o'clock.
Yes, sir. Snow.
Be quite a crowd there.
Right in front of the fountain. So, Nick Henrik Rory will now try to, I'm assuming she's going to draw here. The ice she's taken. Or they might try to make a double here, I'm not sure. There's a bit of a lull as we wait for Henrik to get into the hack. She's now set. For a hit and roll here.
Gets 1. She's on the outside there.
Be a free draw for,
yep.
for 3.
For 3.
And it's going to be an uphill battle from there for Team New Brunswick.
Well, and the thing now for Team NB is say, okay, listen, we just got to start making shots. So get us ready, if you think for the next game.
Well, exactly. They're sitting at 0-2 right now, aren't they, I believe?
Well, they're 0-1.
Oh, I thought they didn't play this morning.
No.
That's right. That's right. I was thinking they played 2.
No.
But they didn't. So they're 0-1.
They play later today,
yes.
4 o'clock.
Yeah.
You got to listen to me once.
I do listen. If I followed the schedule, it would be even better. Because it is sitting there.
It's sitting right there. Okay.
Yeah, I know. It's the glasses.
It's a glass.
We'll blame it on something other than my memory.
No, yes.
So she looks like
so, and that's the key. You say, okay, you know what? And you've seen that with there was another game here where one team was men's team. They were down 8-1. So no, we're going to keep playing here because we got to work on our draw weight, or we got to work on our takeout, and take advantage of this time on the ice, and hope, and that's what Team NB's got to do now. Say they've been missing some shots. To say, okay, we got to get this corrected. Let's get it, because we got other games. The top 3 teams go on to the playoffs. If you're top in your pool, and I'll go over the pools for on the women's side. If you're top in your pool, you get a bye into the semis. If you come second or third, then you're in the quarterfinal crossovers.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
so top 3. And I mean, New Brunswick lost to Manitoba. Strong programs out in Manitoba, as well as some very, very strong teams coming out of Ontario. There's never weak teams coming out of Ontario. So, that's what New Brunswick has to focus on now. So, I'm just going to give you the rundown of the pools that.
Okay.
On the women's side, in Pool A is British Columbia, Northwest Territories, Alberta, Saskatchewan, Nunavik, Northern Ontario, and Quebec. And after the first draw so far with them, BC, Northern Ontario, Alberta is all 1-0, and the other 3 teams are 0-1. In Pool B is Manitoba, Yukon, Newfoundland, and Labrador, Ontario, Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, and Prince Edward Island. So it's still a lot of curling to be played, and you would have to think that obviously Manitoba, Ontario would be one of the upper echelon teams in that draw. Nova Scotia always has strong teams coming out too, so there's still opportunity there. But like you said, you got to work on your game here and take advantage of it. And the good thing for the ladies is they're going to be back on at 4 o'clock today.
Yes, I'm just looking that up now. I just never thought of going on there, but
yeah. See, you never.
People moving the camera on there, were they?
No, they're switching the thing, the monitor that you're supposed to keep elbowing on. I'm going to put a sign up, monitor.
They should have that on automatic. We can't do everything.
We're busy people.
I know.
We got iPads going here. We got iPhones going here. We got schedules.
I see you're a little bit more techier than I am, though.
Oh, no, don't worry. I'm tech challenged, too.
Are you? I don't think so. Bell Alliance? No, you can't be.
No, you can't. Not allowed.
No, sir, it is not. We're going to leave that right there. So, once again, Keith, the amount of volunteers that put on to take care of this here, that's including, I'm guessing we have at least 75 to 100 volunteers making this, hoping to making this here a great success here in the Miramichi. Because it takes more than just one person or the chairperson to make this thing happen. And without the volunteers throughout everywhere here, and they're from all over the Miramichi, plus New Brunswick, and I believe Canada have their own. Well, I don't know if they're volunteers.
No, volunteers.
No, they're here also. So it does take quite a few people to make this a reality here.
Yeah. And it all really started with a team from the Miramichi that won the Travelers Provincial. Nice shot there, right on the button. A few years ago that went to Ottawa and competed in the National Travelers and loved the concept and said, we could do that here in the Miramichi. And that was Sean Egersol, and Sean is the president of the curling club here, and a very proactive.
He most certainly is.
So he came back home and talked it over and kept on Curling Canada. Say, listen, we want to host. We got a beautiful facility. We got 6 sheets, and I know we could do a bang-up job as Miramichi here has hosted different events over the years between provincial tankards, Scotties, and other events. So they knew they could pull it off, and a few years later, look what happened.
It's a reality.
It's a reality. Have 7-1 is our score. New Brunswick has the hammer. We will take a break after 4 ends because these games are 8 ends in length, not 10, but 8. Feeling was that's what's played in the club format in the provinces, so let's be consistent at the national level, as that's what these athletes are used to. We want to try to do as much to keep them in their comfort zone.
Well, you have to do that. As they're saying next year, we're in the 4 rock rule. Next year, they're looking at the 5 rock rule. But they stayed with the 4 rock this year because that's what they played in their club championship. So
now explain, just in case we get the recreational viewer, what's a 4 rock rule mean?
The 4 rock rule means anything outside the house in the first 4 rocks.
So that's 2 by each team.
2 by each team. You cannot touch the rock.
Yeah.
So if they go to 5 rock rule, which is going to make it even better, and more scoring, it would make the game a lot better. Don't get me wrong, the 4 rock rule is tremendous also, and that's
it's better than the no rock rule that they had for a lot of years.
Yes, where you used to see a 1-0 game or a 2-1.
I was at World Championships and like 2-1 games or something, like, because all it was a peel game. Yes. Peel, and you wait till someone miss and go, oh
yes,
they missed.
And that was when you had to use the corn brooms. So
you're bringing that back up, right?
Yeah, I had to bring it back up. Yeah,
wow.
We have to.
You just, you can needle me on that, but you can't need me on changing the monitor every end.
No, don't forget to do that now. I'm gonna put my watch here on time.
I told him. You can replay the thing.
Yes, sir. It's a fun afternoon for us once again on the air.
Well, and the thing I love about these games, and is when it gets down to pressure situations, or as I say, opportunity situations. And looking at the shots, especially if we have a lot of rocks in play and stuff, the angles, and all of a sudden you get the team say, okay, if we do that, what do they do? Yes. Right? And what does that lead them? And I love the strategy component that gets involved in this. It's like chess, right? And that's what makes it really fun. And we saw a game last night. What was one team up 3 with the hammer, and you're going, okay, well, this is over. Like, this is over. Guess what? They lost. The other team scored 4 in the last end to win 8-7. Yeah, and that's just what can happen. And someone, like you say, sport term, took the foot off the pedal. Yes. It's like in hockey, you get that 3-1 lead. Ooh, the worst lead in hockey.
Oh, it
3-1. And you just get back on your heels a little bit, and you try to get little. And how many times have we seen that come back to haunt teams? And it can, I guess, it can happen in curling too.
Oh,
right?
it can happen. New Brunswick just has to play a junk game, and that means junk game means keep everything out in front of the house, and hopefully the other team will make a mistake.
Yeah. But right now, I just want to start feeling good about themselves, making some shots, getting some points, and like I said, look down the road. They're going to be back on the ice today, which is awesome. That's the best thing for you sometimes. Let's get right back on here, 4 o'clock. Let's get a win underneath the belt. Start feeling good, and there's still opportunity. There's a shot coming in here. She's going to do a little hit and tuck. Nice shot. Didn't quite get enough of it.
Oh, there's a little break.
Yep.
Break for New Brunswick. It's going to come around the corner guard once again. Right now, Keith, there's no big scores and no big ends there on any of the sheets except for the one we are watching now. There was a 4-ender. That's they only hurt New Brunswick head so far. So. You just got to battle it back, as you were saying. Just keep plucking away, steal one, get a couple. Skip rocks to come.
You get some of those sweepers, you get quite a workout. Like you're watching, and you can see at the obviously the next level up there, the Brad Goose shoes and the Howards and whatnot. I mean, those guys.
Oh yes,
Big pipes on them.
Big pipes, and it's one time it was just a game to play. Now you have to be in shape.
Yeah. Yeah, you go up and down that ice a few times, and there's a nice shot there that gets that one out. You know, you get two draws a day and 8 ends, and like it's a workout for those sweepers, right?
It is a workout. And it looks, and it's better for you anyway. You know, it's good for your body to have to be in shape to play this sport. At one time, it wasn't anything about getting in shape, but now today it is. So. A little kerfluffle there. Just turn the broom the wrong way on sheet C. Team of Brunswick.
Try to draw it in there.
Just trying to come around the corner guards here. It's
had the weight, and then the curl. Maybe it got outside the broom there.
Well, she might have taken a little bit to touch more ice, a little bit too much ice. So Ontario will try to hit and stick here, so force New Brunswick to make a hit.
And
Sheet A is in their fourth end break. BC out on top 3-0 over Northern Ontario.
there could be more here. I think they're just looking for a score.
Oh, maybe so.
Looking in the box there for the numbers. Nice shot there, right on.
No.
Last shot of the fourth end. As I said, you can, depending where you're at, you can go and get your... I keep thinking it's a weekend, right?
Every day's a weekend.
Every day curling, because I think, like, okay, yesterday was Friday, today's Saturday, because that's usually when your curling events and stuff. And I get back to the hotel, and the hockey game was on last night. Well, okay, like it's all, and I go, okay, it's Monday, right?
First day of the week.
First day. Now we're into Tuesday, though.
The work week, I guess.
Yeah. So BC picked up, actually stole. They've been stealing singles the last 2 ends there in the men's game on sheet 1. So they're up 4-0 on Northern Ontario.
I don't know. New Brunswick here is. She's drawing. It's an unusual call to draw into the. When you're down 7-1. We'll just take a break and
yeah, nice draw.
Nice, beautiful draw. The fourth end break.
Yep. So we'll take a little break here ourselves, get a refreshment, and come back for more action here from the 2018 Travelers Curling Championship in Miramichi, New Brunswick.
When defeated, we concede without shame. Win or lose, we hug with abandon because we genuinely care about our fellow athletes. Curling doesn't discriminate. The ice doesn't judge. It adapts. It accepts. Curling isn't a book to be judged by its cover. On these sheets, everyone is on the same page. It's what's on the inside that counts. The path to victory isn't always smooth. We use friction as an advantage and adversity as an opportunity. The battle is within ourselves, to improve, to advance. We dream big. We play with heart. We focus on these circles and imagine podiums in far-off places. Curling is what the world needs right now. Connection to one another. One team, one community. Curling is more than a sport. It's a lifestyle, a philosophy, a movement, a belief in self, in kindness, in good health, and in good fun. Supported by a passionate community steeped in tradition and united in pride. In a game of inches, every move counts. Are you ready to make yours? The support of the curling community makes it possible for thousands of kids across Canada to follow their dreams, on and off the ice. Thank you for giving generously. Curling teaches as much about life as it does about sport. Club, team, house, lead, rock. These are the words of our sport, words we embody, powerful words, words that speak to everything we represent: respect, togetherness, strength. Our games begin with a handshake and a kind word. We congratulate our opponents when they make a good shot. We remain silent when they falter. We even call our own fouls. When we win, we celebrate with modesty, with humility. We own our mistakes. When defeated, we concede without shame. Win or lose, we hug with abandon, because we genuinely care about our fellow athletes. Curling doesn't discriminate. The ice doesn't judge. It adapts. It accepts. Curling isn't a book to be judged by its cover. On these sheets, everyone is on the same page. It's what's on the inside that counts. The path to victory isn't always smooth. We use friction as an advantage and adversity as an opportunity. The battle is within ourselves, to improve, to advance. We dream big. We play with heart. We focus on these circles and imagine podiums in far-off places. Curling is what the world needs right now. Connection to one another. One team, one community. Curling is more than a sport. It's a lifestyle, a philosophy, a movement, a belief in self, in kindness, in good health, and in good fun. Supported by a passionate community steeped in tradition and united in pride. In a game of inches, every move counts. Are you ready to make yours? The support of the curling community makes it possible for thousands of kids across Canada to follow their dreams, on and off the ice. Thank you for giving generously. Curling teaches as much about life as it does about sport. Club, team, house, lead, rock. These are the words of our sport, words we embody, powerful words, words that speak to everything we represent: respect, togetherness, strength. Our games begin with a handshake and a kind word. We congratulate our opponents when they make a good shot. We remain silent when they falter. We even call our own fouls.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the 2018 Travelers curling championship from the beautiful Miramichi Curling Club in Miramichi, New Brunswick. My name is Keith Rains, and I'm in the booth. I don't know who you are anymore.
I am Tony Bucket Walsh.
He's got his coffee, so if he starts talking really fast, folks, it's because of the coffee.
Yes, it
by
is.
Tim Hortons.
Yes, definitely by Tim Hortons. It just said it's in a white cup.
So we have a 7-2 score in our feature sheet. We hope Norm and Betty are still watching us from Ottawa.
Oshawa or Ottawa?
No, they're in Ottawa.
Ottawa, okay. Are you you're on again after this? Are you, Keith?
I'm here.
You're here for the duration.
I'm here to Saturday.
Oh my!
Right here, this seat.
Do not
overlooking
move.
This sheet. So yes, the Ontario team has started off. They started off in great fashion, getting 4 in that first end, and that sort of put New Brunswick. I know we're not playing pool, but it was behind the 8 ball.
Behind the 8 ball is a good. That's a very good
and
call.
New Brunswick scratched out a single in the second, but Ontario came back with 3 in the third end and a single point for New Brunswick in the fourth to give us this 7-2 score. And this Ontario team from Oshawa, Oshawa Curling Club, they have been on a roll. They qualified this fall for the Travelers. They had some big competition just to get here, but in hindsight, that's what you want. You want that quality competition and get you ready for nationals.
Yes, it does.
And for some of these teams just getting out of their provinces, you can imagine what it's like in Manitoba and some of the other Alberta and whatnot. You get out of those regions, you've done. That's half the battle.
It is half the battle,
right?
Especially I would imagine each club there has quite a few teams,
yes.
and they're to come out.
And then their divisional play, sectional play, whatnot. So it's a big mountain, but here they are at the Miramichi, and the top 3 teams, if you're just tuning in, top 3 teams make it to the playoffs. If you can finish first, you get a bye to the semis.
Yes,
and that's a nice little treat, because the semis doesn't get underway to the 6:30 on Friday evening. The tiebreakers go at 8:30 in the morning, and then the quarters are at 1:30 in the afternoon. So
yes.
you can come first in your pool. You can sleep in on Friday, take it nice and easy, or you want to get up and have your normal routine, maybe have a little nap.
For the older crowd.
We love those naps.
The afternoon nap.
Yeah. There's nothing like it. I'm down at my camp, and it's a rainy day, and you can't really do anything outside, and you go, I think I'll go and have a little nap.
A little lay down.
Whew.
It's called a little lay down.
But anyway, so we have Ontario's got the. Why don't we just go over again the names of the players, just in case we get folks just tuning in here for the afternoon, and we'd like to give a shout out to all the ones participating this afternoon.
Yes, okay, Keith, that's not a problem. Out of Team New Brunswick, curls out of Curl Moncton, we have our skip. Anaric Roy and Courtney Berry is throwing third. Julia Gooden is throwing second stones, and Louise Richor is throwing first stones for Team New Brunswick. For Team Ontario, who curl out of the Oshawa Curling Club, we have our skip Stacy Hogan, third Suzanne Miller. Throwing second stones is Mandy Aston, and first stone is Don Duncan. And they're on the ice now, and Ontario is line 2.
And New Brunswick's going to call a timeout here as they want to stem the tide. Oh, speaking, we have to have our trivia question.
Okay, you got to
We'll do well. We got a different crowd here, so we
That's
could
true. That
we could do the same.
No, go.
Yeah, let's go with it. So let's get your thinking caps on, folks. Since it's a national championship, What was Canada's first World Championship? What sport was it in? And the second part of that is what year it was in. But if you can't get the year, I forgive you for that. But what sport? So we just wanted you to think about that. At the end of this end, we'll give the answer. So what sport did Canada win its first world? No Googling. Don't be Googling it now. Let's use our thinker here. Let's use our lid here and think about it. First sport Canada won a world championship at. And the second part, if you're really good, you can throw a year in there. So you think about it, have a little discussion among your friends there, whoever you're watching it with, and we'll come back with the answer.
And no hints, eh? No hints?
No hints.
No hints. That's
real hints. I know, tough.
That's kind of like...
My wife's a teacher, okay?
Mine was too. Then she gave that up and went to something else. So
that's how tough it can be.
Yeah, we have that here in the local radio station, Mr. Know-It-All or Mrs. Know-It-All. So this is one of those trivia questions.
Yeah, a little trivia question.
Yes, I believe you might have one of these gentlemen with you here today. Maybe Patty. Pat.
Come on, you can do this.
95.9 River.
Oh, he's the DJ.
Yes, he is
on-air personality.
Yes, and it's his first time. Patty Quinn. It's his first time ever watching curling. So,
really?
Yes.
Patty.
So, and he's
Patty.
asking a few hints and over there, and I said, "Don't you worry, Keith will look right after you." I said,
when I getting him?
You're getting him probably sometime today.
Am I?
Yeah, I don't see you. No one's filled in for you the next one there. So.
Well, I've got Tony. I got Joe Hawks.
Oh, you have Joe. He's coming over here sometime.
And Dodie Dixon today. Supposedly.
Yeah. Well,
you guys switch sheets faster than the tide comes in and out.
Well, we have to do that. Eh? Keep everyone with the star. You're like the Ray Turnbull of curling.
Right, that's it. Yeah, let's go with that one.
Yes, sir.
Good shot here. Cleared the house.
Well, that was a good start.
Yeah.
Come around and got a corner guard there. So
back to the drawing board.
Yes, it is. Just going back once again, each team is allowed only one player who has played also in the provincial, territorial, juniors, or men's Brier, women's, or senior championship in the previous or current 4 curling seasons, or participated in a full field Grand Slam event in the current or 4 seasons. They're only allowed one person per team. So this is why we like this here.
True club.
True club championship. Yes, and these people put their heart and soul as if it was the Brier.
Yeah. Oh, it's a Brier to them.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
exactly.
No question.
Yep.
And it's really wonderful that the Travelers has been I guess involved for the last 10 years, but to have these players able to compete, because we all have that competitive spirit. And some people just enjoy playing and getting out, but it's nice when you have a little carrot to say, we could go at the provincials and the Travelers, and we maybe have a chance to go to nationals.
Exactly.
Well, that's a cool prize to do, and that's why these teams are here. So a great opportunity, and I talked to the Ontario girls before the game, and like I said, this is their first game. And last night opening ceremonies, and you're coming out with your provincial flag, and you're wearing the colors of your province, and for some of them, this is their first time ever doing that.
You got to be very proud to wear your colors of your
so
province.
it all of a sudden, wow, okay, this is big. And then of course, like, you're here, like it's got
yes,
like that just puts it over the top.
Yes, if anyone's watching, well, I do have a sister out in Oshawa, so she was a curler at one time, so she could be tuning into us here.
Yeah.
The sheets are now, I see,
coming in there.
Northern Ontario has picked up its first point.
Yeah, there's a nice shot sitting in behind there. Ontario is counting 1.
Oh, you flicked the switch. You're getting pretty good at that now. The memory's coming back.
Can't count on you.
No, that's your job. It's on your side. Don't touch that. He keeps telling me.
We could have our own radio show.
Do you know that's quite high for me to reach too, by the way.
Vertically challenged. Tony.
Vertically challenged. I like that word. I'm not sure. I'm just vertically challenged.
As a coach, it's one thing I couldn't teach. I couldn't teach height. I couldn't teach height.
Well, neither could I. So here we go. The Brunswick will try and draw in here on top of that one behind the tee line. It's the only way she can do it. Just keep chipping away. Get their curling legs under them now.
Yeah, both teams are back on the ice this afternoon. Is it?
This evening, 7:30 draw.
7:30 draw.
Yes.
New Brunswick plays PEI,
Yes.
and Ontario plays Yukon tonight at 7:30. Just think what the crowd's going to be like later in the week. We're above the ice here. We're the what would this be called up here, Tony?
This is called the lounge. This is what it's called.
Okay.
The lounge. The downstairs is where your
Lounge and
seating capacity is, and your
banquet room.
the
Banquet
This
room.
is the banquet room,
Yeah.
dance room,
And of course,
the happy room.
do these people pay extra to get these seats up here?
Not
should.
my knowledge, but we do, because we have great seats. So I'll see you here probably on Sunday when I get back. So it should be.
If I'm here Sunday, then I've done something
Sunday,
wrong.
you have done something wrong.
I've
That's
done
right. It's
something
over
wrong.
Saturday.
Tell me to leave because I'll be the only one here.
You could be still in your chair. I'm
I
not
could
gonna
be,
sure
I
on
could be
that. Yes.
glued in my chair.
That's a nice shot by Team New Brunswick. I don't know if she is. It looks like she is shot rock from our overhead camera. And now Ontario's going to try to bump it back.
You don't want my things.
No, I don't need them. No, you want them? Get them. You need them. Oh, she overcurled. That's all. No,
Tucked in behind
tucked
there.
in behind. I believe it looks like New Brunswick's shot.
I'm going
rock
to say,
there.
yeah, New Brunswick is shot, and Ontario is all the rest.
Yes. But now, New Brunswick, what do you do? She's trying to draw in around it again. So all she can do is chip away, and she might do that.
Okay, I want you to be thinking, folks. Canada's first World Championship. What year, too? No Googling.
No Google for you.
And don't dig out the Encyclopedia Britannicas either.
For you people that-
Deep in the cubby holes. Did you have a cubby hole in your house?
Still do.
Still do. Yeah,
Everyone has a cubby.
cubby hole.
A cubby
Ours
hole.
went the length of the upstairs. Like there was a little door because the roof, where the roof pitched.
Oh, yes,
And
yes.
it just went one end to the other.
And everyone has a cubby hole and a junk drawer in a house.
Oh, yeah, junk drawer. My wife thinks I have too many junk drawers. Too many T-shirts that I get from events. Ooh.
Yes.
We always have this discussion on T-shirt. Why do you need another T-shirt? Well, I was down at the U8. I did the U18 curling
Okay.
championships nationals, and they were in St. Andrews, New Brunswick, there in the spring. Of course, they give me a T-shirt. And she goes, "That's what you need, another T-shirt." I'll take it to the camp. I'll wear it down there.
My problem is hats.
Oh yeah.
Hats.
Let's see, what hat do we have on today? What color?
This is the
Oh, the Mirror City.
City, yeah.
Wow, that's a nice hat, Tony.
Yeah,
Do
they
you
are.
know anybody that can get one of those?
No.
No.
Stop making them.
Don't even think of it. He didn't even think.
I am going there after this here and grab a whole bunch of pins, so we'll give them out to our visiting curlers. I forgot to investigate into that, and that was a great shot there on sheet A. Now is a hit and stick here, possible one.
Yeah. Well,
Yes, it
New
would be
Brunswick
for one.
made her shot. Now see what Hogan can do with hers.
Hit and stick for one.
Final
Would be.
shot here. Of the,
Staying out. And it looks like it might be a nose hit.
yep. And she gets her one. Yep.
Picked up one now with an 8-2 lead after 5.
So the answer, drum roll, Canada's first World Championship was in the sport of rowing. Rowing, yes. In 1867, there was 4 rowers. 3 were fishermen, and 1 was a lighthouse keeper from the St. John area. And they went to Paris to compete in the World Rowing Championships against such great teams that they had from England, Cambridge, Oxford. And anyway, they didn't really have the proper uniforms that the team wear that the other teams were in, so they looked a little odd. Their equipment was a little off, and really the other competitors didn't think they'd do much. Well, make a long story short, they ended up winning the World Championship there in Paris, and they were called the Paris Crew. And that was in 1867 when Canada just became a country.
Yes, it did.
So this is a heritage moment brought to you by the province of New Brunswick.
Yes, sir.
Our first world champion.
Fine crew they were from St. John.
Yeah, and they won a few different world championships and national championships, and they competed against the teams from the United States and beat them in different regattas. So they were a great representative of our country. So I think since it was a national championship, I thought that'd be a good.
That would be, and I don't know if they ever went into a Hall of Fame. I assume that they did.
Oh yeah. The Paris Crew.
Yes.
Heritage moment.
So we'll do an update here, maybe on the sheet F is the ladies, the Yukon Territory of Nova Scotia, and I believe. A quick glance over there. We have a score of 5-1 for Nova Scotia over the Yukon Territories and the ladies. On the men's side, they're tied up at that's North Territories, Ontario, 3-3.
Amber with a nice shot there. Amber Duncan from Oshawa taking out the New Brunswick Stone, staying in. Oh, sorry. Go ahead there.
No, you're going to interrupt and moving right along to sheet D. The ladies, once again, PEI Newfoundland, their score is 3-3, and they're into their 5th end. And Newfoundland, here we have New Brunswick, sorry, not Manitoba. People just walking in front there. We'll get back to that part of it. It's 4-4. It's New Brunswick and Ontario, I believe.
That's where are the men?
Yes.
They look like Newfoundland.
Is it Newfie? It's 4-4 anyway after 5. And our featured game, Ontario over New Brunswick and the ladies, 8-2. And BC over Northern Ontario, 4-1.
Thank you, Tony, for that score round. There's some close games out there, isn't there? 3-3, 4-4, 4-4. BC is sort of controlling that Northern Ontario game. They held Northern Ontario to a single, so BC's up 4-1 with the hammer.
Curling gods.
Nice little weight here, yeah. Get that buried in behind that guard.
Great looking shot.
Yeah.
Brunswick on the corner guard. Are they doing the broadcast on sheet 5 also today, Pete?
Well, that's a rumor.
Staff?
That's a rumor.
I was down. I didn't.
The boys are not doing their
Yeah,
job?
there. I see someone down there now. I'm leaning
Okay.
forward there. There was no one there when I walked by earlier, but
You keep an eye on those guys down
you have
there.
to make sure everything's running smoothly.
Yeah.
You are the boss, aren't you?
No, I am a mere
Figure-
follower.
Follower.
I was
figurehead.
supposed to. Early in the week. They said I was on sheet 5, and I went down there, and
We
they
think
go,
you
"No, you're on sheet 2." I went, "Okay." The email I got, that's been changed.
Yes.
There's a new sheriff in town.
Yes, sir. There's a nice raise on sheet.
Okay, just tell me where to go.
Yes. Great raise by Team Ontario.
And it's better down here because it gets a little noisy down there by the kitchen and canteen with the homemade soups and the sandwiches
Yes.
and
And the other pops.
the other pops. So we can focus better down at this.
Yes, there doesn't seem to be too many people around
No.
us, so which is a good thing.
Well, we have security to keep them away from
Yes,
you, so you
sir.
can focus
Yes,
on the game.
we're going after our seats.
Yeah, this one is not quite in as deep.
She left about half a rock
Yeah.
exposed. So anyone listening to this local here in the Miramichi or watching it local on the streaming, don't forget to drop into the Miramichi Curling Club and give your support, whether it be buying tickets. I see they have tickets, Keith, on another case of lobster downstairs.
I'm not a lobster fan.
No, that's
Sorry.
Sorry. Someone in your family might like it, you know.
No.
Nah, not going to happen. It's only
No.
$5.
I know.
You
I
can't
like
go
it, and
wrong.
it's in the preserve.
bottles,
In the
yes.
bottle. Pretty
Yeah.
cool concept. That's
Yes,
the
it
first
is,
time I've
yeah.
ever seen that.
And they're worth about $425 actually for 12 bottles.
Really?
Yeah, that's how
That's
much
on the
they cost.
market, is?
That's on the market. I'm going to tell you, that's how much they went from being very cheap to being very expensive.
Yeah.
So,
So what do they just? Are they just in water?
no, they're
Or-
brine, like a saltwater brine.
Oh.
So, it's as if they come right out of the shell.
So when you open them up, like how do you prepare it after that? Like do you
just use
heat
a
them
fork.
up?
You just use a fork and eat them.
You use a fork.
and that's all. Or you can make lobster rolls, but a lot of people just like.
So it's just
dipping in. Yeah.
because it's already cooked.
Yes, it's all pre-cooked.
So you don't have to heat it up.
No
heating.
No heating.
Just eat it like
Just
that.
eat it like that. Yeah. You can make lobster rolls or whatever way you like it.
Well, no way's going to be happy with me because I'm a beef guy.
Oh, are you a beef man?
Now salmon.
Yes.
I love salmon and scallops and clams,
Yes.
halibut. That's about it for my fish.
No, I like all types of fish.
No, I like-
Lobster is one of my
Yeah,
favorites.
no, don't do shrimp, don't do lobster, don't do
So
mussels. Not a
you-
mussel fan
so
for
you
some
weren't into
reason.
the oysters here?
No.
The other night.
No, I wasn't. Safe around me. You don't have to worry about. I'm not invading that space. Good,
Another great
good
shot
shot there.
by
Gets rid of
Ontario
that
once
New
again.
Brunswick.
They're just doing a great job here in
Yep.
the raises. Team New Brunswick will now try to go around that corner guard once again. And that's what they do. They have to pick away and hope Ontario make a mistake.
So yeah, okay, I'll go down and take a look at it just for you, because like I said, if I win it, then if I could give it to friends and they think I'm a great guy.
Oh, yeah. You'd have a friend for life.
Yeah.
Oh, I know you would. Team Manitoba, someone from not team, shouldn't say Team Manitoba, someone from Manitoba won the first case of lobster.
Really?
So, yes.
Okay. Well, they would be very happy to. I don't know how
yes.
they're going to get it home.
Airplane. I don't know. How would they get it home? They get it home by plane, I assume.
But
That's one of our volunteers behind us, Hubert Williston, who's also a
Just a-
sponsor to this here event. So,
well, don't they have a rule with? Isn't there some sort of rule on planes that you can't take food on plane or lobster? Like,
No.
how's that work? I don't know. I have to watch border security a little bit more on TV.
it's not too bad inside Canada. It's not too
Okay.
bad inside Canada. So,
So you just use it as a carry-on, I
yeah,
guess.
you could use it as a carry-on. I know. I would try to.
Try,
Personally.
of course you would.
Yes, I would, because I don't trust anyone going in the back.
Yeah.
I mean, it won't hurt the cold, never hurt it.
No.
That's where you do it. When you do win it, you keep it in
Yeah.
the fridge. It won't go bad. Shouldn't.
Okay, folks.
Getting back to our game.
Getting back to our game.
Keith's all
I
mesmerized
don't
by
even
the
like lobster, but you made me hungry.
Oh.
Okay. Thank you for that, Tony.
Not a problem. Not a problem. Ontario. Drawing in, trying to draw in for two. Ontario, New Brunswick gets a hammer here. So, once again,
New Brunswick first skip stone here in end number 6. And these games are eight ends in length. And it's great to see, like I know yesterday to start things off, we had the women's draw. It's all 6 with women and get them going. And then the men's draw in the evening. And it's nice to see a combination. You've got three men's and 3 women's games going on.
Mm-hmm. So Anna Rick will be trying to go around that corner guard up to see if she can get her to this end. Make it a little tough for Ontario. She can come around that corner guard. Keep sweeping.
Okay.
A sweeping error there. She had come behind, so.
Here's the last shot for Skip Hogan. Stacy wants to keep applying the pressure on New Brunswick.
I see on sheet A, Keith, BC picked up a couple more for a 6-1 lead.
Yep.
Now on the men's side of it.
Yeah, BC's playing well. It's their first game.
Yes.
I've been teasing the boys because they have there's a combination of older and younger players, and of course the younger players are like stretching and everything. And I go, guys, what's going on here? I said, think of your body like a piece of toffee, right? And it's cold and it's hard, so you got to warm it up to get it pliable. Because you got to play. And then I said, after you guys get done playing, I expect you to be stretching after the game. And they start laughing at me. I said, because we don't want that toffee to get hard again. Because don't you guys play today again? They go, yeah, we do. So, well, keep that toffee warm and stretchy.
Yes, you're supposed to.
And they're laughing at me. I said, well, dynamic stretching and static stretching. 2 types of stretching that you have to do. One before and one after.
Now, Anna Rick has a tough shot ahead of her. She's going to draw to the 4-foot.
Yeah, because Ontario is sitting counting 2 here.
Yeah, 1 and 2.
Yeah. Well, it's great that you guys could be tuning in today wherever you're at, whether in New Brunswick or Ontario, or you could be in the territories, or you could be the province of Florida.
You could be almost anywhere in the world.
Yeah.
And,
with Wi-Fi.
Yes, and go to Curl Canada and click onto the Travelers.
Yeah. We're here all week.
And you will have great entertainment.
Well, yeah.
They don't even sell them to us, Keith, now.
I know.
It's just... It's
I wouldn't mind buying. I've been trying for a day and a half to buy one, and it's been tough. So that is count of
And they're shaking
2.
hands. Yes,
Yeah,
they're shaking hands. That's too bad. They were just flat. New Brunswick were just flat. They were not for the game.
And you get, you're sort of charged up to play, and you come out that first and you get boom, you get 4 on. And boy, if that doesn't take the wind out of your sails, and then when you come back, you can only get 1, right? And so you're 4-1, but now the other team has the hammer, and boy, the hammer was true to form. Is Ontario scored 3 in that third inning, and that was basically it. Everything else was sort of a little bit of a practice for the ladies. So
you're back on the ice again at 4 p.m.
4 p.m. I can have lunch.
You can have lunch now, and I will be relieving you of your duties. I will be taking the rest of the day off.
Oh, fine. Great to be a city councilor.
Yes, when you have meetings like that, you gotta do your job.
I know. Yes. So tonight, just to let you know, at home is these teams are back on the ice again. Ontario is playing Yukon at 7:30, and New Brunswick is playing Prince Edward Island. Ontario will be on sheet 4, and New Brunswick will be on sheet 6. So that's going to do us from our broadcast here for now. We're back on at 4 o'clock, or at least I am, because Tony said he's not coming back.
I would come back in a heartbeat, Keith, but I have other commitments at the present.
Yada, 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 yada. We have Alberta's men is playing Nunavik, and so that will be our 4 o'clock draw. We hope you can come back and join us. Check out the scores, up-to-date scores and everything, and standings on the Curl Canada website, the Travelers Championship 2018. We thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll be back for more exciting action at the 2018 Travelers Curling Championships at the Miramichi Curling Club, Miramichi, New Brunswick. Thanks again.
Let's see if we can find you something. I always have fun. No matter what you do. Yeah, they're down. Eddie's down there.
Tony, don't want to clean up.
Do something. Don't forget your feet. Holy jumping.
Hey,
what a boy.
Are you taking all my paperwork now, or is it just
Never had any.
No way.
Nothing till I come there.
That's what they think. You guys said, well, we tried to explain it. How you get home? I didn't realize waiting for chat back and thank God it is the microphone turned off now.
When they were young, my neighbors were on high, right from the water. He built a water slide and put hot water on it from a hot water tank. So you take the hose and put it on hot water tanks to make sure it's nice and warm water. Put baby oil on it, and he got a conveyor belt. Shoot off. Right to the lake. But it was night, dark enough. There wasn't so moon, right? So. Oh yeah. So that's why they didn't think of it. Show us a sign. Oh, no, we laughed. We were just. But then we thought about it. Like they could have. There's quite a drop from my work, one of the blocks from my walkway. You know, and they all ran for it at the same time.
Oh no, the witchy party light.
Yeah, and the candles.
Yeah, everything. You know, they want that. They're like, looking back, they're like, oh,
Oh, I can't remember. He was probably he's like we call him a big kid. That's what he is. He's always doing stuff like that. He's the one that's hiding cards in the bush so they can play whatever game you guys play.
They needed
He does
that.
everything like that. Well, it's kind of nice when you have two daughters next door at the same age as our daughters. So there were 5 of them, all 1 year apart. So everybody was all the same age. So which hotel can you stay in? Are you staying at the Yeah. I'm staying at the Daisy. Yeah, four or something.
What happened there? Gave it a 3.
Yeah.
It's like being in hockey, being up 3-1, first lead. Should we keep the foot on the pedal or should we?
They gave your daughter shit. Not looking up at you.
You talk to her?
We're just downstairs. I was talking to Nathan, actually. I'm looking to watch. I was talking to Nathan. And I was in go back upstairs to we saw Sue's send him over here. I said, yeah, no problem. So I walked over to the stairs. I said, there you go. I said, your father, just go upstairs. Good enough.
Then she rolled her.
We're both smiling and happy.
It's nice to get the first game over with. I can't believe it. I've never seen E&L.
We're not the boss of that anyways. That.
It is. It's high skipped. I can't tell you. And I have
Really?
I couldn't hold my phone straight. I have it every day. At home I wear battery. But I can't work here. Never.
No, because our skip has one too, but it won't fit under her. I thought all the first four ends this morning were better. And then one day we have
Oh, by the way, when I told you that I didn't like fish,
Oh yeah, no, there were a couple of things.
just thinking about it makes me shiver.
There was a play. There was something they were doing on the car outside the ice.
One guy.
They ended up putting things out.
Noticed though that the ice
Sometimes that's better, like I'm not saying it's good that you're back. Yeah. But sometimes you can just hold it short.
so if you're gonna air, never air on the promise.
But I always see
I can't believe they were doing it so well. I was like 100% didn't think it was great. Or TV.
Yep, you'd be both. I was just saying, it's nice.
Oh, did he?
It's, I always hate it.
BC is, they were kind of like, it's hard to beat if you're opening on something.
Unless there's an accident.
It just, like 10 minutes later, showed up in one of my Facebook feeds, and like,
The realistic, you're looking at later. Sorry? That's a bird. That's a bird. Because you still have very great Canadian. What? Pretty good.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a single right here.
Yes, he did.
Oh, it's 7.
Oh, I've seen it then. Yeah, I'm over.
Yeah, but then it's not gonna make a difference.
North, no. Oh, yeah, right, BC, right. The one Rocky Nation. Here, do they sit down with the other two sits for chit chat as well? Because I know when the kids used to do it. They didn't throw their last few rocks. They didn't throw their last few rocks. Is that how it goes? You don't throw the last few rockets whoever the score. Is that what it is? You're the man. You're the guy. You got two computers, so you gotta be the guy. Right. I don't have any. And the handshaking and the respect. I gotta go down the people of DC to make sure they The loser, you're supposed to reciprocate. Okay?
This is true.
There are a lot of losers who don't reciprocate.
Yes, yes.
Hey, you know, but the winners drinking private, you know. But the winners can't sue upset. Three of them are members. So I guess they're going to be sitting together because there's just like, winners are always at the bar first.
Somebody text Stacy or WhatsApp Stacy saying, Dad,
The dad's a winner. Oh, wait, no.
I can go walk over there and tell her that. Come on.
My dad drank dad's a loser. Oh, I mean, dad's a winner. No, what?
oh,
No, wait a minute. No.
I heard this deal. I tell him to come up with.
And as soon as she said she wants, I'm going. Whether she wanted to be there or not.
No.
It was innocent play. Just a normal hockey play.
Dave, you keep saying that.
You know what? Because my dad's name is Mike.
You look just like him.
Obviously.
Having surgery to repair everything.
It's a nice way to get things started, get them. Stay confident.
Just, we're paranoid about being confident.
They couldn't even finish their game. There was no way. So I don't know if they quit so that they wouldn't run out of time to look at that.
Almost 4 minutes, right? Well, they are in the 8th minute here. So I'm sort of rusty. My cold orders come.
Stop being a father, okay? Just be a fan.
I don't know. I'm feeling pressure here. It's all about me.
Keith, try to behave now, eh? I gotta go now to a wake.
Okay. Now remember,
serious.
Yes, be serious at the weight.
Sympathy.
Sympathy, yeah.
See you, buddy. Yeah. Hit four. We got a fighter here at the bottom.
Oh no, I'm looking at the PEI.
Oh, sorry.
Different game.
Different game, yes.
Look at like
You're looking at sheet
New,
D.
yeah,
No,
New
D.
Zealand. New Zealand only has
Six.
46 left. PEI's got an open hit for
Down
3.
there. Can you
Then
get
they're
it?
playing another end. They're in the
Oh.
they're in the tank here.
3 and 4.
I think it's a hit for 3.
Is there another red one?
Yeah, it's behind these ladies here on the left. There, it's in the 8-foot over there. Yeah, I did see it there earlier. It's still there.
But you have to get 6.
Yeah.
So she said,
There you go.
I think my dad should buy me a beer.
Yeah,
I didn't go,
good. You didn't throw a ton of weight.
That's what you said.
no, that's what she said. I said, Stacy, do you have your listening ears on? She said, I do. I said, not from Bob. I think you should buy me a beer. That's when she looked over and said, I think my dad should buy me a beer.
Well done, too. Oh, that's right. Time out. Only got one rock each.
I hit a red rock. Then I win the game.
Oh, no. Hold on.
For the double. Gets the double.
They got our logo already on the thing for 2019.
How long is second? We didn't.
No wonder they
Yeah, they got a new chairman or whatever. He seems a little more
organized.
what's it, the human chick.
She was fine. Thursday, February 1st. Starts. Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
We only do the games like there's two schools. And we only do
Two
one
sets.
middle school or high school.
Mills High School.
Yeah. So the games are
Nope.
That was 10
same dates. You're right. January 31st be a Thursday.
What is it? Okay.
Because last year was February 1st.
Was it? Or, oh, yeah, yeah.
To that weekend. Because once you keep on the weekend, you have to, because then other teams
They get that in their schedule.
their schedule.